Okay. All right. Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yep, it looks good on our end.
Okay, great. And just so you know, I can't see anything. All I can see is the PowerPoint. So just if you motion or anything, I can't see it. Just let me know if I need to stop for any reason. Okay, so I am here to share NASA Community College Aerospace Scholars with all of you. I hope that you probably know someone that has participated in NCAS. So you probably, hopefully, know a little bit about the program, but if not, I'm going to share it all with you today. Okay, you can see on the screen there are some students there who are at an engine testing facility. It's at Stennis Space Center where all of the rocket engines are testing. Stennis likes to boast that no matter who is going to space, they have to go through Stennis Space Center to get the testing done. So that's what the students are doing. And you can also see that there's a quote on the screen that says, NCAS helped me gain enough confidence to apply to my dream college. And that is one of the many benefits of NCAS. Students really are kind of see themselves in a different light after they've gone through the NCAS program. So I'm hoping that that will encourage you to apply. And if not, let me share some more information with you, and maybe that will. So my name is Stacy Schmidt. As has been said, I am the NCAS recruitment specialist. I have several titles at NASA. I also work with another NASA student program called MIDIC. But NCAS, I've been with NCAS for 8 years. NCAS has my whole heart. As I said, I've seen students go through NCAS and their lives absolutely change. So I am happy to share it with you today. And just let me get into the details of what NCAS is. So NCAS is a STEM engagement activity for community college students. Only community college students can apply, seeking to transfer to a four-year institution or go directly into the labor force. So regardless of whether you want to go on to a university and get a four-year degree, or if you just want to go straight into the workforce, either way, NCAS is a great opportunity for you. NCAS uses NASA's unique expertise, research facilities, and other resources in the area of aerospace to engage students in authentic and experiential learning experiences. 2 consecutive missions comprise NCAS. Successful completion of Mission 1 and Mission 2 may lead to a third mission opportunity and the opportunity to apply for an NCAS-sponsored NASA internship. And that's an important part of NCAS, and I'll share more about it as we move forward. So let's talk about who can apply to NCAS. So here are the eligibility requirements. You need to be a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident. That is for, that's a NASA requirement. If students are invited on site, that is a requirement of going on site. And you also need to be a high school graduate or equivalent, which I'm assuming most of you are. You need to be at least 18 years of age at the start of Mission 1, and I'm going to talk about those dates as we move forward. You need to currently be attending a U.S. community college, which I understand that you are, and you need to have concurrent enrollment or completion of 9 or more hours of college STEM coursework. And let me explain this a little bit more because this kind of confuses students a little bit. So concurrent enrollment or completion of 9 or more hours of college STEM coursework. That means, say in the spring that you took, let's say college algebra and computer science. So you took 2 courses and each one of those courses was worth 6 hours. I know different schools will have credits and units, but we're just going to use hours right now as kind of a catch-all. So say the 2 courses you took in the spring were worth 6 hours of STEM. And currently you're enrolled in a biology course or some science course. That would be another 3 to 4 hours. So when you take the 6 from the previous semester and add them to the 3 or 4 for this current semester, then that gives you more than 9 hours of STEM or 9 or more hours of STEM. So just keep in mind that STEM is more broad than you think it is. So don't count yourself out and think that you're not eligible. Let us decide that for you. Go ahead and apply, upload your transcripts, and let us look at them to see. A lot of students will think if it's not engineering or physics or something like that, then it doesn't count as STEM, but STEM is very broad, so let us kind of work that out for you. Then also we will take STEM hours from multiple institutions. So for example, sometimes community college students will have attended a previous community college and then they transferred to this community college. We'll take transcripts from both of those. Sometimes it's not as common, but sometimes students will go to university and then they'll leave the university and go back to the community college. We will take the university transcript and the community college transcript. So also I got an email from a student just earlier this morning asking a question and saying that he only has 4 hours of STEM that he's enrolled in currently, and this is his first semester in community college. So the application for NCAS closes on November 25th. So if you are able to register for your spring classes and you have a spring transcript for spring 2025, we will take the fall transcript, fall 2024 and spring 2025, and combine that to get the STEM hours. We will also do that. So if you need to wait a little bit until you apply, till you get closer to the deadline of November 25th, then that's totally fine. You can also start your application and kind of work through it and not submit it until you get all of the information in. So I encourage you to go ahead and start just so you can kind of get a lay of the land and be familiar with the way the whole process works. You're also going to need to be able to commit to a 5-week online session for mission 1 and subsequent missions. Again, I'm going to tell you more about the missions as we move forward. And also, you cannot have previously participated in NCAS. The only reason that bullet is on there is because students will complete NCAS and apply again because they enjoyed it so much. So if you've already completed NCAS, then there are many other opportunities for you at NASA, but NCAS is just a one-time thing. Also, the intent for NCAS is to support and guide students who have not yet acquired a 4-year STEM degree. Again, this is not common, but sometimes we've had students who have gone to university, gotten a 4-year STEM degree, and then went back to community college for some reason. If that is you, then there are other opportunities that are available for you at NASA. But sometimes we also have students who go to a university and get a non-STEM degree. Then they return to community college because they want to start on a STEM degree. If that falls into your category, then you would be eligible. So just as I said before, go ahead and apply and let us kind of work out the details for you if you're confused. You can also email us, and I'm going to provide you with the email address as we move forward. And I think you have the flyer, which also has the email address on it. So look at this slide and see if you see your major on here, but you can see the very last one is and more. So the idea and the reason that we put this slide together is because a lot of students will think that we just accept STEM majors and kind of the very kind of not broad STEM majors like engineering and physics and stuff like that. But all of these majors that you see on the screen, students have applied for and participated in NCAS who were majoring in these different majors. So if you have any kind of doubt about anything, go ahead and apply because I think you'll get something really meaningful out of NCAS if you're not really interested in STEM or NASA, which is usually not the case for most students who are attending these info sessions, but just say that you're not really sure about it all. What you will get from NCAS is kind of a professional skills. You'll get networking skills. You'll kind of get to meet people at NASA, consider different career paths and academic paths. So I think you really find this whole NCAS program very beneficial. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. This is my 3rd info session today. Okay, so how to apply. I'm going to spend some time on this slide, and if I don't know if you can screenshot it, you might want to do that or take a picture because this is incredibly important. Also, this is being recorded, so I'm sure you can get the recording link shared with you. This is maybe the most important slide. So number 1 is you're going to go to the NCAS website, which is go.nasa.gov/NCAS. You're going to review the FAQ page. A lot of the questions that we get from students are answered in the FAQ page. Of course, you're always welcome to reach out to us and we're happy to answer your questions, but look at the FAQ page first. and then review and follow the how to apply steps. That kind of gives you step by step, just like this screen does, of how to apply. And then you're going to click NASA STEM Gateway to begin your application. If you have any questions for us, you can email us at jsc-ncas@mail.nasa.gov. Okay, number 2 is once you get into NASA STEM Gateway, and just to give you kind of an overview, NASA STEM Gateway is the application platform where every NASA student activity accepts applications. So all applications go through NASA STEM Gateway. So if you have applied for anything at NASA before as a student, you will have a NASA STEM Gateway account. If you have not, you're going to need to sign up or register for a NASA STEM Gateway account. But just so you know, after you apply for and participate in NCAS, if you go on to participate in or want to participate and apply to any other NASA activity for students, you will also go through NASA STEM Gateway, including internships. You'll have to go through NASA STEM Gateway. So when you register or sign up, you want to enter your regularly checked email. We have this happen all the time with community college students. They'll sign up using their community college email address, and then they will go on winter break or summer break, and they won't check their community college email address. And we're trying to get in touch with you to let you know if you've been accepted to NCAS or not. So there is an option to put an alternate email. You can put your community college email address there, and we'll contact that as well. But absolutely put the regularly checked email, the one that you check the most, the one that's on your phone, put that into the NASA STEM Gateway registration. And then you're going to go into explore opportunities for college STEM experiences. That's where you'll find NCAS. So there's some different options. That's the one that you're going to choose, explore opportunities for college STEM experiences. And then once you get in there, you're going to look for NCAS Mission 1 Discover, and you're going to apply that way. If you have any gateway questions that come up, you can email them at hq-nasa-stem-gateway@mail.nasa.gov. This applies to if you lose your password or you get locked out of Gateway for some reason. You can email us at jsc-ncas@mail.nasa.gov, but all we can do is redirect you back to STEM Gateway, and we're happy to do that if you need that email address. But Gateway-specific questions have to go to Gateway. Anything else can come to the NCAS team. Okay, so now that you've gone and reviewed the website and you've registered or logged into STEM Gateway, then you're going to get into the application. So number 1, we want to make sure that you understand that you will need to enter your GPA. However, NCAS does not consider your GPA. We don't even look at it. There are other NASA student activities that do require a certain GPA, namely internships, but NCAS does not even look at it. That's a lot. We're not even considering it. So just enter it and don't worry about it because we're not going to look at it. And then you're going to need to enter your educational history. This is important because a lot of times students are getting to the end of their community college career and they're moving on to a university. So they'll apply, say right now in the fall of 2024, you're applying and you're eligible because you're attending a community college. However, in January or February or whenever it is, you're going to go to a university. So a lot of times students will start to fill out their application and they'll put the school that they're going to, the university that they're going to. However, the NCAS review committee, when they start to review the applications, they'll look at your application and they'll see a university and they'll think you're not eligible because only community college students can apply for NCAS. So you're going to need to put your community college on there. And then if you move forward with STEM Gateway, say you complete NCAS and you want to go on to do an internship, you can change your school at a later date. But make sure you put the community college that you're attending for your NCAS application. Okay, and then you're going to need to upload your transcripts. Note, a transcript must be uploaded before you hit submit. They're going to require that. They're going to stop you if you haven't uploaded your transcript, which is good because we have to see your transcript. And then there's going to be an essay question that you're going to have to fill out. that only requires 300 words or less. I've seen students, it's just the essay question is simply, why are you interested in NCAS? Or why are you interested in NASA? But students will lose a lot of sleep over this essay question, and they'll write like a novel, which is wonderful, and we read them, but it's not necessary. We're not looking for, any kind of very professional work. We're just looking for, why are you interested in NCAS? Okay, let's go on to number 4, and this is the main reason that students do not get accepted to NCAS, the transcript. The transcript can either be an official or unofficial transcript. We realize that an official transcript may require you to pay money, and we don't want you to have to do that. So unofficial transcript is totally fine with us. But the transcript absolutely must include these 4 things. Please write them down, remember them. The transcript must have your name, your student's name, and it must have your school's name. For reasons that we cannot figure out, sometimes unofficial transcripts do not have the student's name and or the school's name. We have to have the 2 of those so that we can verify that you, the student, is attending this particular school. So both of those have to be there. The STEM hours need to be there as well. So if you need to go back several semesters to show that you have 9 or more hours of STEM plus your current schedule, make sure that you include all of those in the transcript that you upload. And then also your current schedule, the fall 2024 schedule, that's how we verify that you are currently attending that school. So your name, your school name, and your current schedule show us that you are currently attending this school. So they have to be in there. I spend a lot of time, and I do not recommend this because it's possible that you may miss the deadline, but I spend a lot of time reaching out to students saying, I don't see your name on this transcript. I don't see your school's name on this transcript, which means you have to go and withdraw your application and start a whole new application so that you can upload new transcripts. So I don't want you to have to do that. I really don't. It's a pain for you, and I don't want you to have to go through all of that. So make sure, and that's number 2, make sure that you review your application before submitting. So go through it with a fine-tooth comb, make sure every single eligibility requirement is there. And then once you've ensured that all the eligibility requirements have been met, then hit submit. If you do not check those, say you submit, and then you say, oh no, my name wasn't on my transcript. Like I said, you're going to have to withdraw that application and start a whole new application. So review your application before submitting. And the NCAS applications are open right now. They opened on Monday and they will close at 11:59 p.m. Central. That's important, on November 25th, 2024. So you have plenty of time to get your application in. Okay, now I'm going to get into the missions. Mission 1 Discover is online. It's a 5-week self-paced online course where students learn about NASA missions, research, and goals. So during Mission 1, scholars will interact with like-minded students from all over the country and attend subject matter expert lectures. There's some cool speakers that volunteer for Mission 1, NASA employees. So I've seen people who were working on the Mars rovers come in and speak to the students, and all kinds astronauts, all kinds of people will come in and speak to the students. I'm not guaranteeing an astronaut, but sometimes that happens. And then engage in online modules focusing on the 5 NASA mission directorates and complete assignments to develop an infographic describing NASA missions and their connection to you. This is kind of a creative, it didn't always used to be like this. The infographic is new and it's a more creative process. There used to be, if you can believe this, a 10-page paper that you had to submit for Mission 1. That's gone, so that's a good thing. And then you need to devote approximately 30 hours over 5 weeks, so 6 hours per week-ish. And remember, it's self-paced. So if you want to log in at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can absolutely do that. This is completely on your schedule. And then you need to earn at least a 70% average to qualify for Mission to Explore. And remember, I said earlier that you had to be 18, and I would talk about the dates. You had to be 18 by the time of the start of Mission 1. So Mission 1 begins mid-January, and it'll go through February. The dates are not exactly nailed down yet. As soon as we get them nailed down, we'll put them on the website. So feel free to visit that and look at the dates. Okay, and then next up is Mission 2. So students who successfully complete Mission 1 Discover may receive an invitation to Mission 2 Explore. And NCAS is kind of progressive. So mission 1 is more independent, and mission 2 is a team experience. So during mission 2, Explore scholars will participate in a NASA team simulation for 6 consecutive business days, and students really, really enjoy this part of it. And then network with a diverse STEM workforce, including NASA subject matter experts, again, more speakers, and then collaborate with like-minded students in a team environment and learn how to navigate NASA internships. This is key, and I'm about to tell you why. Strengthen understanding of STEM by enabling powerful connections to NASA's mission and work. And Mission 2 Explore will happen mid-March to mid-April. Again, those dates are TBD, and you can go on the NCAS website to check it out, and we'll be updating probably in the next month. All of these dates should be on there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about the benefits of NCAS, and this is my favorite thing to talk about because I have seen students, as I said before, completely transform after they've participated in NCAS. I have seen students go on to get a PhD. I've seen them, as the slide said earlier, go to their dream college. I've seen them go into the workforce directly from community college and get jobs that they hadn't previously seen themselves getting. And I actually had a student not too long ago I didn't even know this. We sat next to each other on the plane as we were heading back from a NASA Field Center, and we started talking, and he told me that he was homeless, and I had no idea. And he was living in a homeless shelter, and the homeless shelter helped him get into a community college, and the community college helped him apply to NCAS. And so he ended up going through NCAS and being sent to a NASA center in Mission 3, and then was homeless the whole time. So anyway, he went back, and apparently things worked out really well for him because he emailed me maybe about 6 months ago and told me that he was actually working on his PhD, and he was working in a laboratory at JPL in California. So when I say that NCAS has transformed people's lives, it absolutely has. So in addition to everything that I just said, all students who successfully complete both Mission 1 Discover and Mission 2 Explore will become an NCAS alum. That means that you can put NCAS on job applications, you can put it on college applications if you're moving on to university or even a different community college. You can put it on internship applications, both at NASA and elsewhere. Also, you will become eligible to apply for an NCAS-funded NASA internship. And this is what I was saying a minute ago, that I was going to tell you more about the NASA internships. Over 100,000 students applied for a NASA internship last year. That means that the applicant pool is huge. So you have it's not the greatest chance to get a NASA internship when you're competing against 100,000 other students. However, the NCAS-funded NASA internships are only open to students who have completed Mission 1 and Mission 2 of NCAS. So that takes the applicant pool from enormous down to much, much, much smaller. So that is a very big deal if you're interested in having a NASA internship. And we have NASA internships from everything from engineering to public relations. So if that is something you're interested in, and I highly recommend it because it really kind of sets you up for future success in your career, then NCAS is a great thing to do moving in that direction. Also, you're going to receive information keeping you up to date of NCAS happenings and upcoming NASA activities and opportunities. It just kind of gets you inside of NASA a little bit more, and you're going to network with fellow NCAS alumni all over the country. Okay, next I'm going to tell you about Mission 3. So Mission 3 Innovate is hybrid. Students who successfully complete Mission 1 Discover and Mission 2 Explore may receive an invitation to Mission 3 Innovate. Invited scholars will participate in a 2-week online course and 1 week at a NASA Field Center. So that's the hybrid part of it. You'll have 2 weeks online and 1 week in person at a NASA Field Center. By the end of the Engineering Design Challenge, students will create an engineering design solution to perform a task, work with mentors and subject matter experts, continue resume building activities, apply STEM concepts to future engineering design challenges, and build new relationships through networking. Networking is a big, big, big part of NCAS. You'll get a lot of contacts as you move through the different missions. Mission 3 Innovate will occur June, July. The dates are TBD. Check the website for final dates. We are almost to the end now, and let me tell you about info sessions that are coming up. I'm going to do general info sessions that are open to all community college students. Those will occur on October 1st, October 22nd, November 6th, and November 21st. So if you want to hear this information again, or you forgot something, or you have a question, feel free to join me for any of those. There's a QR code on the screen, but I think you also have one on your flyer. I'm also offering office hours. This is new to NCAS. I'm trying to make sure that I can answer as many questions as possible. I know that students sometimes are uncomfortable asking questions in these kind of environments. So every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central, make the adjustments for your time zone. I will be in office hours on Teams. You can join me. It's the exact same link as the info session. So you can use that QR code right there to join me. And then I will have a final application Q&A on the deadline for the NCAS application. And that it will be November 25th. It's at 11 a.m. Central. I really encourage you to submit your application before November 25th. I have seen students who had technology glitches at the very last moment and missed the deadline. So I don't want that to happen to you. But if you are waiting and you have a question last minute, then you can join me at 11 a.m. Central Time on November 25th. Otherwise, you can join me every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. And that is, again, you can email us at jsc-ncas@mail.nasa.gov. Brings us to our questions portion. There's a QR code on the screen for the NCAS website. I think it's also, yes, it is also on the flyer that you have. Again, email us at jsc-ncas@mail.nasa.gov. And I'm going to stop sharing so I can see if anybody has any questions.
Right. Does anyone have any questions?
I did a lot of talking. It's fine if I need to go back over anything.
I think we had maybe a few questions.
Okay.
In the comments. There's one that says, can we attach an SCP with the transcript to reflect the required STEM hours? What's an SCP?
We will, as far as STEM hours, we need to see something from your college so that we can prove that. There's a place that you can upload supporting documents, and people put CVs on there. They put letters of recommendation. We don't require any of that, but you're welcome to upload it. But we have to see something, not official, but we have to see something from the school stating that you took those classes.
Got it. Thank you. And another question is, if the application's open, I'm wondering if you can show us where to access it. This is good. I'll share the website with y'all so you can see. Okay, so this is is it sharing? Oh, you're not sharing yet.
Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is go.nasa.gov/NCAS. And again, the QR code is on the flyer. So this is where you can learn all about Mission 1, Mission 2, Mission 3, and then this is the nitty-gritty here. So here's the eligibility requirements again. And right here is where you click to go to NASA STEM Gateway. And again, once you get in there, it should be loading. Then you're going to go and explore. You're going to search opportunities. First, you're going to create an account, and then you're looking for Mission 1 with a colon, discover. NCAS Mission 1 discover. And if you have any trouble finding it at all, let me know and I'll give you a direct link. I don't have that yet, but as soon as I get a direct link to the actual, they call it an engagement in STEM Gateway, then I can send you directly there. But you can find it in here. Just search NCAS, and Mission 1 discover is what you're looking for.
Okay, and for those of you online, I did put the website in the chat. For those of you in person here, we do have the flyers with the QR code. I don't have a flyer with me right now, but they're in the front by the sign-in. It has the QR code, so y'all can access the application. We do have other questions in chat, but I want to open it up to anyone in person to see if anyone has questions. Don't be shy.
So,
Yes.
so about mission 3, how does that week when you go to the NASA lab works? Like, because we live in Berkeley or around Berkeley, right? So like going over there, will we get housing? Is it like paid or yeah? How's that
Great
situation?
question.
Any travel that is required by NCAS is covered by NCAS, so or NASA. So they'll cover your flight. If you're not flying, if you drive, they'll cover mileage within a certain, I think it has to be over 50 miles away from the center that you're going to, and they will also cover accommodations, so hotel accommodations.
Great. That's great.
So
Anyone
no,
else?
we're not trying to charge y'all anything. We want no out of pocket from y'all. We want to help you move forward. We don't want to hinder you in any way. And also the NASA internships that I was talking about are paid. I don't know what the rate is. The last that I heard, it was something like $12,000 for each. Like it's per semester. So for each, I think fall and spring is $12,000, and the summer is less because it's less time.
Thank you. Yes.
And is that just the mission 3 internships, or is that also mission 1 and 2?
Mission
Alright.
1 and 2 are online.
Okay. But they're not paid.
So when you get through mission, like mission 1's very independent. Like I said, it's self-paced. You can just log in at 2 in the morning if you want to. Once you get to mission 2, you'll be teamed up. I think it's 10 to 12 people on a team, and they'll be from all over the country. So what y'all will do is you'll have times that you meet together on Teams or some other platform. What is that? The students will always, what is that platform that they always go to, like WhatsApp, whatever? They'll go and they'll form teams there, and they'll do all their communication there. And you're building missions, so it's changing a little bit, but it has been you build a mission to Moon or Mars, so you're given a like imaginary budget, and you have to buy certain things to go through all of that. That's really exciting. It's very intensive, so you have to dedicate some time. They do give excuse letters for any faculty members, and I've never seen a faculty member not be totally excited about students participating. So it is, like I said, it's mission 2 is a little more like you have to dedicate a little bit more time, but it's worth it.
Thank you. We did have a follow-up question to that. They wanted to know if mission 1 and 2 are also paid.
No.
No. Okay. So just mission 3, it sounds like.
Mission 3 is they'll cover your expenses. They don't pay you, but they will cover your expenses to go there. And the NASA internships are paid.
Nice. So we did have a couple of other chat questions. Someone wanted an elaboration on STEM hours. And
yeah. So the
Sorry.
STEM hours, like I said, I really encourage students to go ahead and apply. So we need 9 or more hours of STEM. Now that can be previously taken, already completed, currently enrolled in. So right now in the fall of 2024, you haven't completed it, but you are enrolled in it. So when we look at your current schedule, we can see that you have some STEM hours. And if you upload your schedule for spring 2025, we will also count that. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to meet those 9 or more hours of STEM. And like I said, the STEM classes are broader than what you think they are. So just go ahead and apply. Like psychology, for instance, we'll count that as a STEM course. So just go ahead and apply. Let us figure it out for you. We're not trying to eliminate you. We want to do everything we can to get you to participate.
So if we plan on transferring in fall 2025 and we only have that next spring semester, would we only be able to complete mission 1, or can you still do mission 2 post transfer?
Once you're in, you're in. So it doesn't matter if you go to a university or whatever. Once you're in, we need you to be at a community college when you apply. We totally expect that you're going to leave the community college because generally community college is only 2 years. So by the time you meet the STEM hour requirement, you're usually moving out the door. So that's totally normal that students are moving to other colleges during the process. Did that answer the question? Was that
Yeah.
Yes.
okay?
Another question.
Yes, go on.
When did mission one start? What time did that take place? Mission one?
To pull up my PowerPoint. Hold on.
I think it's in February.
It was mission one. Mission one is mid-January through February of 2025.
Thank you.
And that
Mhm.
information should also be in the QR code provided in the flyer, correct?
We are, yes, it will
Okay.
be. We just started a new process. NASA started a new process for updating the website pages, and it has not gone well. So we expected everything to be updated by the time the application opens this past Monday, but it's not. So
Mm.
we'll have everything updated and on there within the next couple of weeks.
Okay,
But
sounds
if you
good.
have any questions, email us and we'll give you the answer for sure.
Thank you. We have a few more questions. Let me just read one question that's online real quick. They wanted to know if this is only open to US citizens or can US residents also apply?
US citizens and lawful permanent residents, so green card holders.
Awesome. So now in person, your question?
Oh, I thought, yeah, I was gonna ask the same question.
Oh, okay.
What about 8540 students?
So the question was, what about AB 540 students?
I'm gonna have to check on that, but what I would recommend you doing is send an email and get the official, like get leadership at NASA to answer that question, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Thank you. Yes.
A follow-up to that, can you also check if DACA students qualify?
Yeah, again, I don't think so, but I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, and that maybe. So
Okay.
I will follow up and then I will email you.
And then there was a question earlier about, if you could share the slides with us so that we can send them out to students. I don't know if that got asked already, but.
I can also, well, you have the recording, so this is recorded. I also pre-recorded an info session that I can send you that link. It's on YouTube. But yes, I can send the slides.
Thank you, Stacy. Let's see, there is another question on the chat. It said you spoke about the lower bound age limit being 18. Is there an upper bound age limit?
Nope, none. We've had recently somebody who was in their late 60s went through the process. So yeah, no.
Nice. Woo. Any other questions in person, y'all? No? All right, well, it looks like nobody else has questions. Thank you so much, Stacy, for all of this
You're
wonderful
welcome. It is my
information.
pleasure.
So what I'm gonna do after this session is, like Stacy did say, it is recorded. I'll be sending it out to everyone who signed in. So again, if you did not sign in, please. We will be sending out more resources such as a flyer, any follow-up answers to any questions that weren't answered here, and a direct email to Stacy or any other representatives for NCAS. And without further ado, I think that's it, y'all. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for putting this together. I really appreciate it. Thank you all. I hope you apply it. Your future self will thank you. I promise.
Make sure to apply, y'all. Thank
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
And then are you